The Black Mountain School, also known as Projectivism, was a literary movement that began in 1933 and was led by Charles Olson. The Black Mountain College was located in the Blue Ridge Mountains in Black Mountain, North Carolina. They had a very unconventional way of teaching and learning. The center of the curriculum was the arts, which they believed was vital to education. There was no cost to attending this college, and the idea was that the students and teachers lived and thrived together. Many different artists and forms of art stemmed from this school, including visual arts, theatrical performances, and of course, poetry. There were multiple different ways of thinking that also began from this school and led into the Projectivism movement. Charles Olson was an influential poet who served as a rector and taught at the Black Mountain College. He wrote a very famous essay on projective or open verse poetry. In this essay, he asserts the idea of an unconventional form of poetry being superior, and that it is better for artists to have no restrictions to their works. He rejected academic verse as well as any kind of ordinary subject in education, because he believed that this created a restriction to the students' artwork. One of his poems was called Variations Done for Gerald Van de Waal. This open poem, in which the narrator starts by describing the beauty of nature throughout the seasons changing. He uses it as a contrast to the human soul and its imperfections. The idea of this poem is that if the human brain tries to stay in a constant state of perfection and happiness, only the opposite will happen. It goes on to say how human actions are not the result of careful consideration, but rather habit and instinct. It explains why we do not notice the beauty in life because we are too caught up in trying to live perfectly. Throughout the poem, Olson uses nature as a metaphor to these themes.